What if I told you that understanding a rock, a real rock from the ground right here in India, could tell us something about whether life existed on Mars? That sounds like a science fiction, right? But for today's guest, it's the reality he is living. Welcome to Space Shastra, the podcast by She in Space, where we bring you the real stories, the real struggle, and the real brilliance of people who are quietly building humanity's future in space. I am Srushti Patil, your host. I'm a space microbiologist and an aspiring astronaut candidate and founder of She in Space, someone who believes that space belongs to all of us, not just the ones with the right degree or the right connections. So today's conversation is very special to me because it bridges two worlds that don't talk, to each other enough. But they combine and intertwined the world of earth science and the world of space explorations. My guest today has spent 18 years studying the geology of this planet so he can help us understand other ones as well. He has a PhD in earth science and postdoc. He leads research and he's a director of IIREES India. And he just recently took a group of students into Kutch region of Gujarat for a geo exploration field workshop. And honestly, this made me wish I was there. So, Dr. Priyabrata Das, sir. Hey everyone. Dr. Priyabrata Das, sir, welcome to Space Shastra. I'm so glad you are here today.
Thank you, Shasti. Thanks for inviting me. It's also a nice opportunity for me to share some ideas and views with you. Okay. It's very encouraging because now see, so in the present world order, what is going on outside? Okay. In this scenario, if you are talking about space, okay, sometimes it's looks oh, it's a luxury thing, but it is not luxury, but it's a necessity. Every word nowadays, it is control from the space. Okay, the nations who have a good power, okay, dominance in space, okay,
Yes.
rule the world. So that's why it's required.
Thank you. Thank you. That
Okay.
really means a lot. And I want to make sure that our listeners really understand who you are before we get into big topics. So let us start where all great stories start and at the very beginning. So I wanted to start somewhere like from a very personal, before the PhD, before the postdoc, before the research, and before IIREES. Where did you grow up? And if you can describe something interesting about yourself, or if you can tell whether there was a single moment as a child where you first looked at the world around you and felt this need, the pull of geoscience to understand how really things work.
uh, Means
So,
the school life is like an ordinary student, very ordinary student. Uh, I was means the first you can say experience that I got in uh, class 4 or 5 when I got opportunity to visit a nearby hills near my town, that is Durgapur, with obviously my teachers and friends there, and I found very interesting rocks. Okay, and and this is my since then there's a habit. Okay, wherever I go, I visit, I collect rock samples. And my parents were like, oh, only wherever you go you collect the rock samples. Why? There are multiple things, other things. You purchase all these things. Why not? Why you are collecting all these rocks? Because I said no, I found very interesting things, whether their shape, okay, their color, okay, and their no varieties of things. Okay, so means in Hindi na झोला भर के लेके आता हूँ,
huh.
kind of that kind of thing. Okay. So that was my childhood passion. Then after that, I got the opportunity to read Tintin book, Tintin, Adventure of
Mhm.
Tintin.
The Adventure of Tintin, yes.
Yes. That actually motivated me a lot. Okay, since my childhood. Okay, about space and about the exploration. Okay, and investigation. All this, no, that actually helped me to grow. But later, the passion for geology actually, uh, to be frank, it triggered uh, in the first year of MSc, not even BSc. Okay. In BSc, I took the subject geology no commonly in Bengal. There is not that much popular. Geology is not that much popular subject. Okay,
Mhm.
and uh, whenever we ask everyone about the subject, they said, okay, it's like kind of zoology or maybe some geography. It's a mixture of zoology and geography. They have no idea
Mhm.
about this thing subject. Then one day I went to a nearby college and I asked a non-technical staff, what is this? What is the subject? Then he told, oh, it's all about rocks and minerals. If you study this subject, you'll get a good job and all this thing. And I took the admission. Even by the time I got selected for MBBS courses. Okay.
Okay.
And I told no, I don't want to become a doctor. But rather I would like to select geology because the field work. Okay, that actually attracted a lot. Field and rocks and all this thing, that actually it's kind of no, it's a very dynamic subject. And geology means you have to learn all subjects, all science subject. You have to have good understanding about physics, chemistry, mathematics, biosciences, means life science and zoology and botany, as well as your other subsidiary subject like environmental science and other things also you have to learn. So it's a combination of all. Okay, and you have to apply all these things to understand our origin and evolution of our planet and all these processes. So which actually fascinate me. But the main the triggering force that I found after BSc when I take admission in Presidency College, Calcutta. There, there I meet a fantastic, group of faculties and the environment, the ambience that actually motivate me to select my research career. Okay,
Mhm.
to work in this field. But before that, my mindset was okay, finish this thing and get a job, a common Indian, okay, common student. Then my professor actually he motivated me a lot. He motivated me a lot. Okay, he is a paleontologist, and when he designed for like kind of field work. Okay, he said, Priyabrata, next 2 3 months after this next 2 3 months we are going to visit a place. So you have to prepare to prepare like that, and it will be like 20 to 30 days field work kind of that. So I said, sir, where? So in Bengali, he told that kache. Kache means in Bengali, kache means near or
Okay.
kache. So I thought it's nearby Calcutta, nearby West Bengal. That's 15 days after that, when he told me to book a ticket to Bhuj. From
Oh.
Calcutta to Bhuj. Means like my first field work was in Bhuj, 2000 kilometers away from Calcutta. Okay. And I thought, sir, he told Kutch. Kutch means Kutch, not Kutch. Kutch. Okay. So that is the first experience. Okay. And that actually helped me a lot. All these fossils and rocks and minerals, the real geology. So this is that upbringing. Uh,
That,
okay.
and
Yes.
here is what I really found beautiful, that probably you were doing science before you even know what science was. So that's really great, like following your curiosity. And I do believe that the role of mentors, role of good teacher, they really help a student to move beyond their limits and probably trust themselves. So now that geoscience and geology is, we all know that it's not like a obvious career path. When in our like a young age, people in India or young students or Even parents, they want their child to become doctor and engineer.
Hmm.
What was the reaction at your home when you said that you want to pursue geology and this is what you really want?
Uh, Actually, I got good full support from my family. Uh, my father was a bit upset. My father is a kind of no, conservative, typical Indian father. Okay, and he he told, "No, why you are choosing all these things? Okay, rocks and minerals. Better you try." Actually, then I told no. Means I got this MBBS thing after 1 year of my BSc. Okay, first
Okay.
year I have studied BSc. Second year I got these things. Okay, then this 1 year I got the opportunity for this field work and all these things. Okay, and I got motivated. I thought no, this subject is good and I can do something meaningful in this domain also.
Yeah.
And I simply denied to go because I don't know, but my family was very supportive, and that kind of freedom I was there. But thing is that the problem started after my BSc. After BSc, uh, my father want to ask me to complete my master's in Durgapur itself. Because in Durgapur, you have one master's
Mhm.
college. Okay, Durgapur Government College. And he told like why we are applying for IITs and all these things. Because, and even he didn't allow me to go out of state. Okay, so I haven't applied for any jam all these things at that time. Okay, so and I took admission in Durgapur Government College, which is very near to my home. And what happened actually, all my friends they decided uh, to take admission in Presidency College, Calcutta.
Okay.
And they told me that okay, we all are going, we are leaving this place, and going to take admission in Calcutta. Then no need to worry. We will fill your form also. If you get selected, then you will also join us. And after 15, 20 days, uh, I got selected and I informed my parents that I've been selected in Presidency College, Calcutta. So I have to go there and take admission. My father, he didn't, he was not agree. And he said, no, you have to study here only in Durgapur. But my
Mhm.
mother was support, and there are a lot of stories. Okay, even there's a monetary problem. He didn't. Uh, he was not that much happy. Okay, so my friends they paid my first semester fees.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
my college friend. Okay, they actually give 200 rupees, 500 rupees, 300 rupees like that, and I still did. I can remember 1,390 something rupees was there for the admission fees that actually paid
Okay.
by my friends, my college friends. Okay, they actually did. So this is how I got I took the admission in presidency, and after that everything has changed. Means so this one thing I learned from this, so that is planning will not work. If you are
Mhm.
planning something, this will not work. At least for me, I planned a lot of things, but what actually I did, it's completely different from what I planned. So
Okay.
it's kind of mm, so you can say that's why. But one thing is that be mm, very much sure that whatever you are doing that thing very honestly. Okay,
Right, right.
if you are in research, you have to do research very honestly. Whenever you're as a student, you have to study your things. So honestly, you do. Later you will get the rewards. No issue.
That's really great, and that's a very interesting story I hear for the first time. And I do
Yes.
believe that the trust that your parents give you, especially from your mother, and I think a lot of students watching right now wish they had probably, and they through your story they could find a way to how to convince your parents and probably make a strong bond with their friends, and so.
Friends. My
Uh,
friends are amazing, and till today also we are in good bond. We have good bond. They are now, most of them now are in government sector or in abroad. Okay, settled in abroad. Most of them now, but we have a very strong bonding since then.
that's incredible. I hear that you also did your PhD and postdoc, and it's not like a straight line. Anyone who has done one will definitely, tell you there are months where you genuinely wonder if you made the right decision or not, if you like this is a right path or not, whether you should directly go for the job or pursue PhD, for dedicate 3 to 4 years for one research topic. So what keeps you going through those days when you wanted to quit or you feel like confused in that journey?
Means PhD journey. PhD
Yeah.
journey, PhD
And
journey is completely different for me actually. PhD, uh, you know, nowadays people, student thought the PhD is like a course. Okay, but PhD is not a course. It's a journey. Okay, that 5 years, 6 years, it's considered is like a tunnel. Okay,
Mhm.
it's a process. You have to cross this, and you have to face a lot of problem for like academic problem, your research problem. You may face administrative problem, may face problems from the from your guide, from your collaborator. Okay, and this 6 year is the time that help you to be very strong and the fight against all these negative things.
Mhm.
Okay, that will build your personality. This is the personality building time. That's why after PhD, when you get the doctorate degree is not a doctorate, it's only just simply doctorate. So
Yes.
doctorate means your personality. Actually, no, you will find many doctorate in India, but you can easily distinguish between those spoon feed
Yes.
doctorates and all those very easily because the personality change. That's why this is required. It's a must required thing. Okay, you have to experience all these things, both goods and as well as bad, and you have to learn how to tackle all these situations, all these problems. Okay, both your scientific problems, okay, science issues, a lot of issues you will get. Your paper may be rejected
Mhm.
multiple time by external reviewers and all these thing nonsense. Okay, but you have to fight. You have to fight. There's no other options. There's no other options.
Okay.
So that thing you will learn, and that actually help actually build your personality,
Mhm.
your goals, and all these things more strong. And now after PhD, if you before I personally I can say during my PhD I was not like a kind of introvert kind of student. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm not much talkative. Okay, I'm busy with my own work. Okay, even sometimes afraid to speak in public forum. Okay, in presentation, all this thing. Okay, but then my supervisor, they understood. Okay, the people they have this kind of problem, so they told me, okay, now you have to give seminars and work all this thing every week,
Mhm.
so that you can do your vocal speaking, all these things. So then slowly I learn all these techniques from my supervisor, from seniors, from other colleagues. Okay, then slowly I developed. Now, after PhD, even in postdoc also, I learned a lot of things. Okay, especially in PRL Ahmedabad, where I did my postdoc, I learned many things. How to defend
Okay.
when during this seminar or colloquium, whatever. in ISRO, it is very difficult at that time. I'm not saying present day. At that time, it is very difficult to suppose you prepared 5 or 6 slides, or sorry, 10 slides for your from your research, own research, and all the people that sitting in front of you, okay, they most of them are mostly Bhatnagar awarded people,
Mm-hmm.
then Padma Shri. Okay, they are big personalities. Okay, and they always try to question you from the first slide, even from the title. Okay,
Okay.
from the title they ask a question. So now you have to develop that skill to defend that thing, to address that thing very politely, and you have to finish your talk within 30-40 minutes. That art you have to develop. So that's the kind of art. Okay, I have found most of many of the students, even PhD and postdoc, they either they got no. Very angry. Sometimes they shouted, or they just skipped. Oh, okay, I agree. I think like that. Okay, so that kind of thing you have to learn. This is the learning process that I
Okay.
learned during my PhD and postdoc.
Wow, that this is really nice because I
Journey is
think today you just gave us a very new perspective to look for the PhD and postdoc. It's really a honest field, and it really seems like it makes a human more, more of himself or herself, prepared for their life, to
prepared.
defend or to try to approach
This
or
is very
build
important.
those skills which is required not just for a particular job but for life.
Now, suppose you are a biologist. Suppose you are talking.
I think.
Now, suppose you are a biologist. Suppose you are talking about something on Mars from the biological context, but the audience that is sitting in front of you, they are maybe for physics background, maybe chemistry background. They don't know the biology. How you can convince them?
Right.
So you have to convince them from their understanding.
Perspective, yes.
Okay. So you have to learn all these things. I am a geologist, but the audience may be sitting there, all are physicists. So I have to learn. I have to I have to explain all these things from the physics background.
Right, right.
So that the thing that you have to learn. So not only geology, but you have to understand your other domains
Mhm.
on the same field. Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
So one interesting thing, this is one of my friend also asked me to, convey this to you or probably ask this question when it comes to, nowadays, all the students or who finish their masters and probably trying their way whether they should go with PhD or whether they should go ahead with job and secure themselves financially. And then this is the notion that they thought, if we got into a job or get this job, they'll get more experience than rather than studying, PhD or a very narrow topic. And now that we know from your conversation that it really help us to build for a lot of skill. What would be your message to those who are confused whether they should go for a job or they should pursue PhD, considering the today's scenario in India?
okay. These two are
So,
completely bipolar things,
uh,
PhD and and job in our uh, I don't know whether it is good but right platform or say, where commonly I took the example like Lakshmi and Saraswati. Okay. You know, so so PhD definitely important. I personally, if you see our social structure, okay, in Indian or any world social structure, this kind of pyramid is there. Okay, so in the pyramid, uh, at the bottom, you'll get many, kind of laborers and all these that have laborious job. Okay, some kind of those people are basically occupied the lower part. Okay, then the number is more.
right,
Okay, and the middle part, as you move upward, the number actually decrease and
right.
quality increase.
Mhm.
Okay. So suppose if you want to be at the top, with the top 5%, then education is the only way. Okay, that means research. Either you have to achieve that position by research, by your academics, by your all these things. Okay, by your intellectual things. Okay, intellectual properties. Okay, yeah, you can achieve that.
Mm-hmm.
So, or if you don't have that kind of capability, you can achieve that thing via monetary things. Okay, okay, maybe,
Okay.
may not that, maybe at least that level. So both these things are okay, fine. If you want to develop your own businesses, you want to your goal is job and earning money, you can go, no issue. But you have to have a good solid understanding about the science, technology, what field you are working. That domain you have to be very much. No, you have to be very strong on that particular domain. Okay, research is not everybody's cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have to be very selective. Okay, and have a genuine passion. I
Correct.
have seen lot of research scholar, they joined after 1 or 2 years, they left and they got another, maybe some job or something. Okay, and they're doing excellent there in that field. But research is very limited. It's not everybody's cup of tea. So before selecting this thing, research thing, at least my suggestion is just test yourself for 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, after masters, do some internship or some courses. Okay, kind of earlier in India there was a course named MPhil. Okay, before
Mm-hmm.
PhD.
Yes.
Okay, kind of 1 year or 2 year course. Okay,
Right.
so that is the grooming stage. Means that you get the time to 1 year, 2 year to test that you are suitable for PhD or not. Okay,
Okay.
that kind of thing is now vanished. Now even now you see the NEP. If you see NEP in NEP 2020 recent syllabus, you can join PhD directly after BSc, after 4 year BSc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Yes.
even the MSc also, it's not okay. So so I always prefer at least you invest 6 months, 1 year, do some project, do something, check your critical thinking ability, check your ideas working or not, your things are okay or not, you're kept quite efficient or not, doing all these things. Then you select research. Otherwise, if you are not, if you want to join industry, definitely you'll join. There's no harm. I myself, I have, after my PhD, I work in a mining company for 2 years. Okay, I worked there, and even now I am also working with a consulting firm. Okay, I'm a consultant geologist, so I'm also working with many other companies. Recently, last year, I visited Africa, one of the African country, DR Congo, for a
Yes.
uh, exploration project there, which is basically mining job, exploration kind of job. But thing is that I know my skill, I know my ability, and so that actually boosts me a lot. Okay, that will
Yes.
help me to do all this kind of industry job as well as research job, because the foundation is very important.
Right. Right. Absolutely. I do
Is to work.
with you that foundation is really must. And when you seek the quality education or getting that higher competence is really essential. And on the other side, if whenever you check yourself, you try and you understand yourself, and you understand that you are not built for that path, the PhD, they can go ahead with the job. So now let's talk about what you actually do, because most people hear planetary scientists and they imagine someone in a NASA or ISRO's control room looking probably at a satellite image on a big screen. What does a real working day looks like for you? If you can walk us through it.
Okay.
Do you agree?
Again, I'm to give you an example. Okay, this is not like that. Okay, absolutely not. Okay, so I can still remember when I joined first in PRL Ahmedabad as a postdoctorate fellow. Uh, my mentor gave me one small sample, uh, less than 1 centimeter size, this much small sample of a Martian meteorite.
Mhm.
He told, Dr. Das, you have to see all the texture and structure of this meteorite. You have to do chemistry, mineralogy of this thing, and you have to extract science out of it. See, just to imagine, I was a typical hardcore art scientist, and uh, a field geologist. I have a lot of samples. When I enter in planetary sciences, I got this tiny piece of sample, less than 1 centimeter. Okay, and
Yes.
I so it is not like that. Okay, it's very tedious. It's rigorous. Okay, you have to be very no. You have to dedicate yourself year after year. You have to work on the one particular topic, one particular things. Then only you can get the real science, extract the real science out of it. Otherwise, not. So whatever you seeing, see in space science, people are working in different domains. A few people, they're basically scientists, they're working in labs or in field or in other domain. They're in their domain. Okay, they're working on to understand the process, earth process, or the planetary processes. So maybe internal process, maybe external process, surface process, maybe biological, maybe other process, physical processes, chemical processes. They're working on that particular domain. Their work is defined. Okay, they are scientists. A second group of people, they're working on technological advancement, especially the engineer, technologist. Okay, uh, hardware engineer, software engineer. Some are maybe they are doing codings and all these things. Okay, they're engineers. Third group, they are working mostly on the management part. They're managing all these things,
Mhm.
engineers and scientists and everything. Okay, and the government officials, the funding and everything. Okay, they're managing all these things. Okay, and another group of the fourth group, they're basically working on the science popularization or science outreach or science journalism. Okay, that kind of thing. Because this also, this all have always have a social outcome or social impact. Okay, so this should whatever we are working for space science, it has to have a social relevance. And who and these peoples, these media peoples, and all these journalists and communicator. Their duty is to communicate all the science that is coming out from this research with the society, the common person. So whatever seeing, whatever you're watching, like space station, people are working on this thing. Those are basically is uh, media, so that young students get motivated and they uh, got attracted and try to understand the real things. Okay,
Yeah.
it is not like that, but yes, definitely there is a scope. Okay,
Mhm.
especially for the kids. Kids are amazing. Even in India, I have found I have visited many schools. Okay, high schools and secondary schools, and the curiosity I have seen among the kids, especially on the space science and geoscience, is tremendous. Tremendous potential is there. So, mm, uh, world is looking at you. So,
Right. I'm so glad you said that, because I think one of the biggest gaps between the expectation and reality for student entering in STEM is exactly this what you told us about, because they expect 20% what they see, and they are not prepared for the 80%, like the field work and the sampling structure and those tedious job which you mentioned. And actually, though, that 80% is where the real thinking
yes,
happens.
tedious. Yes, tedious. Like, so for example, suppose if anybody want to select the study area at Ladakh. Okay, Ladakh is a very nice place for planetary science research. Okay, but at the same time, you have to consider the you have to work in the low oxygen limit. Okay, oxygen positive. So you have to be physically very strong. Otherwise, you cannot sustain in that raw terrain. Okay, very difficult to sustain there.
Right.
So mentally, physically strong.
That
Hmm?
that that's true. So, like when we talk about this practical aspects and those tedious job, I know that you also lead the Institute of Interdisciplinary Research in Earth and Environmental Sciences. If you can tell us the story about behind that, and why did you feel
It
it
is.
needed to exist, and what gaps are you trying to fill?
Uh, it is actually I was 2022 after COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, during COVID, I lost many things. I lost my entire family was affected, and by after that time, I thought, okay, let's do something for the society. Okay,
Okay.
and with a good vision, uh, I have founded this thing with my juniors and few of my seniors and mentors to jointly means they encourage me to do all these things. So initially, we organized small lecture sessions and contents. Okay, mostly for students and postdocs and PhD students uh, to see the potentiality. Okay, to just to check whether it is working or not, kind of response we are getting or not. Okay, um, and that was a good beginning. Actually, I can say. Good outcome, at least we received during that first 1 year or 2 year of IDs. After that, I got a job in Padul University and I left. Completely, I stop all this thing, this activity. And now our motto is to is we already check the nerve of this, BSc and MSc students of India.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I know what they don't want. We are checking the nerves. Okay,
Right.
the most important thing that I found is the high school, the secondary schools. The secondary school students are the gap basically. You're talking about the gap. There is
Yes.
a gap. They have all this courage and energy, and they're learning all these things from different sources, not only school but also you know your smartphone, internet. Okay, multiple sources. They're learning, but problem is that they don't have the capability to filter it out. They're just learning,
Right.
but what to take and what not to take, it not there's no such expert to tell them, okay, this is the sign, this is the truth thing, and this is the fake one. You take this one, not that one. So we need a guidance. We
Right.
need a proper guidance for those secondary school students. They are the futures.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to work on work for them,
Mm-hmm.
especially class 9, 10, 11, 12, this 4 year.
Okay.
These 4 years is very important. So we are now working on, we're trying to involve all these uh, students, and we are giving small lectures at school and also on field. Recently, we conducted the field work in Bhuj, and we got 7 or 8 good, talented participant from Dun Public School, Bhuj.
Okay.
Okay, and they participated, and they're very good student, and then they know the names of those formations and even few fossils, dinosaurs. Okay,
Wow.
and it is really surprising. They know, and the places also. Suppose
Mm-hmm.
one student said, sir, I know the Rajaswara is actually found in Gujarat. I was like, where in Gujarat, where? And he said, sir, in Balasino. And you good. You
Wow.
should know all these things. Yes, sir, I know. Then meteorites, then this planet Mars, and even they know curiosity and perseverance. Okay,
Right.
so they're good actually. So they know everything, what is going on. They know the Indian missions, Aditya L1 mission. Then I said, what is L1? You know
Oh,
the
right.
Aditya, but what is L1?
Mm.
They don't know. They don't know the L1. They know the Aditya L1 mission, but they
Relevant
don't know
mission.
the L1. Okay, so like that. Okay, so there we have to work. Okay, and that is the
Right.
gap. Okay,
Right.
and we are working to fulfill that particular gap.
Mm-hmm.
We are trying to bridge, from school to college. Okay, and we are also working for the early career PhD student. Those are in early career, or they are trying to shift, want to do research.
Mm-hmm.
Before going to research, okay, they need some good training that I was talking about. Okay, at
Okay.
least you need 6 months to 1 year. Okay, before you select your topic, at least you have to brush up yourself whether you're okay or fit for this or not. So that thing we are working. So these
Right.
two mostly.
That's great. I hear so much about I hear so much of like she in space kind of this answers because the gap you are describing between academic knowledge and the real world confidence and the curiosity that those kids have, and they really want to explore but they don't know which path, which way to go, or they want someone
Hmm.
to filter out those aspects, because when they are consuming all this knowledge from internet, from their own field, from schools and colleges, there
Hmm.
is a bombardment of knowledge and information. So to filter
Hmm.
out this, it is really essential that they get this guidance from the seniors that are already there in the industry, because otherwise they might have just spend a lot of years, or may say, or say months in gathering random certification instead of
Yes, yes,
being on
yes,
a
yes,
particular direction. So yeah,
yes.
I do agree with this. So now we you brought all the exploration part, and I remember we had a chat before the exploration started. Yeah, can you take us there, like because you recently led that, and I want our listeners to just close their eyes for a second and imagine being there with you. What does it actually feels and look like when you are in the field? What kind of activities will be conducted there for a student, and how their day look like in the field?
Yeah, actually, yes. This is not the first time actually. I frequently I organize this kind of field, but this is first time for the IDs. Okay, uh, 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 geological field trip means, you know, it's not about traveling different beautiful locations. Okay, it's not about simply study the rocks and minerals. It's not about this thing. Okay, we actually try to club many things. Okay, we our focus is not only to provide the geological understanding but also several other things. First, okay, first is that uh, suppose why we choose this Kutch region. Kutch region is very important. No? Kutch is uh, it's a place where you get almost no pristine kind of rock. Means they're not that much altered, they're not that much withered. Okay, you still get that structures preserved inside the strata. Kind
Mhm.
of textbook kind of example you will get if you
Okay.
see those rocks. Okay, so for the beginners, those who want to study the geology and all these things, for the beginners, Kutch is the first priority, I can say, where you can show them different structure and texture and different kind of rocks. Okay, about the fundamentals of like geological fundamentals we all get in Kutch. Second objective is was to like kind of spatio-temporal travel. We travel over this vast region, uh, different places, mostly all this desert field, all these bushes, okay,
Mhm.
where it is very difficult to take traverses because of this babul tree, this
Yes. Yes.
have big spines. So it's not that easy to cross all these things.
Cross
Okay,
over.
so you have to have a good, survival like things.
Right.
Okay, yeah, kind of goat you have to walk. Okay,
Mm.
so and that is also learning thing. So if you want to survive in this area, then you have to develop this kind of skills. Then food, Kutchi food or that Gujarati food is completely different from the rest of the India. Okay, we
Okay.
are East Indian people. Participants are coming from South India. They know only the idli, dosa, sambar. But when they first have this fafda and jalebi, I thought, sir,
Right.
what is this? Okay, so it's like cuisine is a problem, language is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then the climate. Climate is a very big challenge. Okay, it's an extremely dry, arid climate. Okay, second day onward, they all got these cracks in their
Mm-hmm.
face. Okay, because of dryness. Extremely salty, high UV. Okay, very high UV ray. So huge. That tanning thing will be. So and these are some climatic thing. These are all special. Okay, I'm talking about surface. Now, if it's a temporal thing, we actually cover almost 180 million years Earth history.
Okay.
Okay, from Jurassic, then Cretaceous, then your Cenozoic, to up to Indus Valley civilization.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
That's
all these things.
interesting to know.
So you will get all these things. You'll get Jurassic fossils, you
Mm-hmm.
get Cretaceous fossils, then you get coal, even some tertiary fossils, uh, beds. Then you get your Dholavira, that is Harappan civilization. Other than this region is very good potential for Martian analog studies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for planetary science angle, there
Right.
are different locations where there's a good similarity with Martian like minerals. Okay, mineralogical similarity. Even we have impact crater recently discovered, 2024, reported as a impact crater near Hajipir, the northern part of the Kutch region.
Okay.
So those points are really good to see. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
discuss all this about all this thing on field, so student get excited and more attached with these things. uh, then run of Kutch, then all this beautiful landscape, flamingos. Okay,
Yes.
so this as a whole it's a good thing. Okay, so 5 6 days means that compact 5 6 days.
Ha ha ha.
We try our level best to provide all sorts of knowledge that is available in that region,
Mm-hmm.
in 5 6 as much as possible.
Okay.
But my expertise in sedimentology, so I mostly focus on sedimentological part and planetary science part.
Mm-hmm.
The faculty he joined for, he was ex-director of Director General of Hydrocarbon and also ex-employee of ONGC. He
Okay.
provide good knowledge in basin analysis, geological things, and one paleontologist also we got from Geological Survey of India. She also
Mm-hmm.
provide wealth of information about the fossils things. So as a whole, the program was very nice and successful one.
That's really good
Next,
to
next,
know.
next, 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 our plan is to arrange this kind of plan with a biologist and also astronomers. Okay,
Yes.
astronomy with the telescope,
You're
because
right.
those really place is excellent for no
Stargazing. Yeah.
stars gazing. Excellent.
You're right. That's really great. So you
Yeah,
just connected field trip in Gujarat to the question whether life existed on Mars. I really want everyone watching or listening to truly understand here that when you look at the rock formation on Mars and ask, could life have existed there? Uh, we can definitely try to compare it with what we know from the places like Kutch. And this is why like earth science is not separated from a space science in that way, because we can understand how the foundation looks like. And this is why I believe that like space industry is also for a geologist or biologist and psychologist or communicator, not just
for
for the
everyone.
aerospace engineers, what everyone pursues. And since we talk about like how everything is connected, I really want to have like a your thoughts. One that is important for students and also for all the parents who are listening. How hard it is to actually build a career in geology or planetary science in India. If you can share your experience or give us the real picture.
No, it's not that difficult. Okay.
You
No,
just
it's not
connect.
that difficult. Okay. If you first thing is that very less limited person they know about these subjects. Okay, because again, the school in school there is no geology. Okay,
Yes.
so and no space sciences. Only they know physics and astronomy that part, and environmental science and everything, and geography a little bit. Okay, in
I
secondary school.
remember in
So
geography we just have
only this volcano, plate
yes
tectonics, it's a very
type
basic,
of
basic thing.
rocks.
Okay,
Yes.
different landforms. Okay, canyon system. Oh, they're very, they are basically physical geography, physical
Hmm.
processes, not the actual geology. So there's a huge problem. So if anyone interested to study these subjects, definitely they should explore. There are multiple, there are many institutes, every in every state. mm, Colleges and universities are there. Mm, Try to talk with their local, colleges where the subjects are available. And obviously, we are here to help you. No issue. Anytime you can contact us so that I can give you better guidance. Okay. And the problem is, geology is the subject. Actually, Geological Survey of India. Geological Survey of India is the India's oldest government organization.
Organization, yes.
But see, it's the oldest government organization, but there is no geology in school level. And people don't know about geology.
Right.
Because the geology subject, actually, geology things actually, the Britishers, they introduced in India because
Mhm.
of the economic purpose only. They only want mineral resources and economic resources, and they want skilled persons. So that's why it's kind of purpose. The purpose is only to discover all these resources and everything. Okay.
Mhm.
Later, after that, slowly this thing actually introduced in different universities and colleges. Okay, uh, even the Presidency College, Calcutta, the first institute where geology actually introduced in undergrad level. Okay, but in high school level, no. So
Mhm.
we have to work. We have to. There is a huge gap because our our country's economy is very important. So if you don't know the subject, if you don't no idea about these geosciences, that means you have no idea about your wealth, the natural resources. You have no idea about the hazards, all this, your flash flood, your earthquake, and
Yes.
all. Okay, well, which is basically driven by these all these geological factors. So if you
Mhm.
don't know the geology, then blindly you can you start developing all this region. Like Himalaya is a fragile mountain belt, and you are developing all this Himalaya tourism and everything. Thing, but that mountain system is not that much, that don't have that kind of strength to build this kind of buildings and tunnels and roads and everything. Uh, all these things are temporary. Even the coastal region. Here nowadays, just for development, we are demolishing all this mangrove and everything. So which actually directly, impact our
Mhm.
ecosystem, coastal ecosystem, and everything, and also the geology. So this thing has to be studied in high school or in colleges at least. Hardly see 5 or 6 colleges in every state where geology actually studied. Not more than 5, 6 colleges, except UP and West Bengal. In
Mhm.
Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal, maybe you get, and in Karnataka, maybe Tamil Nadu. But other than that, you see the MP, you see the other the Gujarat. In Gujarat, I have seen only 3 universities. One is Gujarat University, MS
Mhm.
University, Baroda, and Kutch University, and recently the Padua University. Only four universities have geology, masters in geology. It's a problem.
Hmm. That's a
So for
huge
me,
gap. What
only
you shared just now, I really agree with this. I think that this is actually more inspiring than providing just like a false promise, because when students know the real challenges, they can prepare for it. Like false hope is a like danger, but real information that you just gave, it really helps to empower, and it really helps for students to look in a particular direction, and probably make this more active, the fields more active, and participate in it. So
after
and you.
geology, after recently, if you see the placement and all this thing, that's really good. I think this year, ISN Dhanbad, Indian School of Mines Dhanbad, they got 1.5 crore package.
Oh,
Uh, high,
that's great. That's interesting to hear.
huge package. Oil company, they're paying huge in IIT Kharagpur, IIT Bombay. You see the package is excellent, excellent.
Mhm.
They'll get. So, from monetary point of view, get you're waiting for a good money if you study geology and geophysics and all this. Okay, so
Right.
oil and gas and mining company, they want geologists. Simple. Now, see our Indian policies. Okay, everyone is talking about the critical minerals.
Yes.
Okay, we need critical minerals. We are using smartphone. This smartphone is to build this smartphone. We need 35 elements.
Yes.
All these elements we have to extract from minerals only. So you have to search the minerals first.
Mhm.
So without mineral, how you can build this smartphone? So we
Right.
need geologists to search all these things. Okay, so even if you remove the geology, then you have to close your laptop. You have to go to the forest and all. You have to live like that only. Without geology, you just don't consider this modern civilization because all these buildings and rocks and everything actually mined. Okay, sand, cements, and everything. Whatever you are seeing, it actually mined up. So
Right.
you have to develop that kind of knowledge.
I think
Okay.
all
After geo-
the listeners or the students who are confused regarding the subject, I think you have cleared all their doubts and probably.
Yes, yes, yes. It should study. Nowadays we have Chat GTP, so you can chat. Okay,
Yes.
you can just search about the subject. But one thing I can tell you that
I think all.
India is fine, but if you see the US and other developing countries,
Mhm.
there they consider geologists like the good respect they are giving. They get a huge amount of respect.
Okay.
One more thing I can add, that is, the Apollo missions. Okay,
Mhm.
Apollo astronauts, Apollo 17, I think, Apollo 17 all those, I think NASA have sent 12 astronauts. Okay, and moon. Okay,
Yes.
in mission. So out of this 12 astronaut, 11 astronauts are all the flight, uh, uh,
Mhm.
lieutenant, or they're basically engineers. Only one scientist they have sent, that is a geologist,
Okay.
Harrison Smith.
Mhm.
Only one science person they send, and then he is a geologist basically. So there is a demand. Okay,
Right.
whenever you want to explore a new place, a new area for resources, you have to deploy a geologist. Without
Right.
geologist, it is not possible.
Yeah, consider even our
I think I
now
can.
that we were discussing this topic, I would really like your insights on what do you feel like, what's the single most common mistake, um, or like most common mistake you see in those talented students make, like not academically, but how they think about their future when it comes to the fields like geology or planetary science.
Single most,
Like
sorry.
a common mistake you find, or a common pattern in students when they are
Oh,
entering in the field,
common.
because
Yeah,
you've been mentoring a whole bunch of students and groups since years now.
the problem
Now
that
that.
I found, they are very impatient, the young generation.
Mhm.
Okay. I don't know why, but maybe because of the reels and all this thing, Instagram. But they are very impatient. They want immediate reaction, like you know, homeopathy or. medicines or some
Mm.
kind of quick thing. No, science or education thing is not like that. Okay, we have to have a good patience. Okay, and patience is very important. Okay, you may get failures, you may get problems. Problems will be there. Okay, but uh, to face all these things, this things, failures,
Mhm.
you have to have good strength to face all these things. So, but this generation, I don't know, maybe I found many students. They are not actually build or that kind of things to face all these negative things. Okay,
Right.
especially whenever they get some very less marks in one paper,
Mhm.
they some I found one or two of my student, they are in the depression mode. Okay,
Okay.
so they don't have that kind of that thing. But I can consider when we were in that age in school or colleges, फेल करना हाँ होगा ठीक है, एक पेपर में नहीं है तो अगले में हो जाएगा, लाइक दैट
Right.
वाज
Right.
ना, नहीं था भाई, लाइफ ऐसे नहीं चलता है, वो
हाँ.
आगे होगा। हाँ, बट नाउ इट इज आई सी, नो, दे आर नॉट लाइक दैट। ओके, so this thing has to be changed first, then only. And they are whenever I scold them, whenever I say something like this is wrong, you don't do this thing. Okay, what you are saying is a big nonsense thing. Don't do,
Mhm.
or something you have written that which is absolutely bogus. Okay, don't write this kind of things.
Right.
They don't accept that thing. Their acceptance limit is very shallow. Okay, they don't want. So this thing we have to improve. Otherwise, for a long race, suppose if you consider the student for PhD or maybe industry, they will definitely suffer. They will definitely suffer
Mhm.
because in industry or in academia, in research, this type of things will happen multiple time. So that this thing we have to start from the school or colleges. Okay,
Yeah.
and giving the respect to the faculties, giving the respect to other things. Nowadays, what happens, especially in private university, I don't know how many of you are from private university, don't consider it like okay, but still, I would like to say they consider like okay, we paid this much amount of lakhs of rupees to a university for a degree. Okay, and these are duty to those teacher to provide all these knowledges to us and also the degree. So kind of no taken for granted thing. This should not be happening.
Mhm. Right.
It's a very tough word. I must
Yes.
not,
Yes. Definitely.
but this is the fact. I can see this kind of mentality in many students. They
Mhm.
consider professor like we purchased you,
Mhm.
but we are not that kind of things. Okay, you
Definitely.
so, so this is the things. Okay, so
Right.
this thing, has to be developed even in private schools also. And
Mhm.
so
It's really and
problem that I
it's really essential to build that resilience, the patience, and also the respect to their mentors because they were in this field and they know how the struggles and the good and the worst part of the industry and the work, the field. So it's really essential to students hear them, and if they don't agree, and it's
also at the same time I have found many bright good student during my teaching career, even mentoring career. I have seen many good student, very humble students, very down to earth student. So I found many that kind of students also. They were literally eager to learn.
Mhm.
When you have the eagerness to learn, you
Yes.
automatically your attitude should be humble, will be humble, and always your motive should be like that. How I can acquire all this knowledge from my mentor.
Right.
Okay, yeah, obvious. So it's fair, student, no issue. But anyway, so
Okay. So I
so I.
really want to ask, like I ask every Space Shastra guest this, and I want your personal answer, your own insights on, do you believe there is life elsewhere in the universe? And does your experience in Earth geology change how you think about that question? I
Uh, Life elsewhere means yes, I believe life was there means at least an early stage, not now, not the
Mm-hmm.
present.
Okay.
In early evolution time, early phases of that planet history. For example, in Mars, maybe in other planet, geological past.
Haha.
But at present, I don't believe. I don't believe
Okay.
that life is still exists in solar system actually. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but if you study the geological things, rock record, maybe things that we have to detect. We don't know.
Right.
We don't have that kind of detection. No things. So we have to detect.
Okay. Before we start our interesting rapid fire round, if you could put one instrument or one experiment or probably a question into the next Mars mission, if you get that chance, what would it be? Or if you could tell
I can
before.
say hmm, it's a very tricky thing, but yes, we can send kind of algae, cyanobacteria,
Mm-hmm.
kind of oxygenation, okay,
Okay.
more oxygen, okay, so that we can survive, human can
Uh-huh.
survive there, okay, that kind of thing.
That's
I can.
our last segment, like a rapid fire round. I will ask you answer. I will ask and you answer with the first thing that came in your mind. Like no thinking, no explanation is needed. So are
Hmm.
you ready, sir?
Yes, yes, so
So field or lab?
both are important.
Okay, but if
Both
you
are
could
important.
choose one.
Hmm. Field, obviously. Field is the first hand idea I'll get on the field.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
that's why I choose field. But lab is equally important.
Haha. Okay. Mars or Moon? Which one's first?
Moon is first. Without moon, we
Right.
cannot reach the Mars. Okay, so moon is important.
That's good.
Moon is is our lab. We can test something. Moon. Then if we get successful, okay, then the same thing we can apply for Mars.
Okay.
Okay, so
Right,
moon
right.
lab.
A book every aspiring geoscientist must read.
Planetary Geoscience by Hedy McSween.
Harry Maxwell's.
The best book.
Okay.
Recent time. See, I think that book was published in 2019 or 2020 around that time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah, that book is good. Just read that book. It's excellent.
Okay. The biggest myth about working in space industry.
Myth. Hmm, I don't know the answer actually.
Okay. That's fine. Uh, or do you prefer coffee before field work or no coffee? You are a
No
tea
coffee, no coffee,
guy.
no coffee, no coffee. Because after having coffee, we have to drink a lot of water, and in
Uh-huh.
field we get no water.
Especially when you consider
Especially
Kutch
water.
region.
Not region. Water is so no, no, no.
You
We used
constantly need
water.
hydration.
We used water to clean our outcrops.
Oh,
Hmm?
okay.
So to take the good photographs, okay, for pictures and everything. Sometimes we need to clean those outcrop, and that's why we store
Yes,
at least one bottle of water with everyone
for that.
to clean, not to drink.
Okay, that's really interesting. A space mission in history you wish you would be a part of.
Hmm. Curiosity,
Okay.
curiosity mission. I don't know. I mean, I'm still working with curiosity data, but
Mm-hmm.
I found if I could get that kind of opportunity to design the science and all these things, maybe I can contribute. Maybe as by, my way of thinking, my way of no, that thing is completely different from this
Okay.
team.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so maybe I could plan in a separate thing. Okay, maybe maybe I proposed some a different experiment, or maybe uh, how they're taking all this data. Maybe I can add something. Okay, like curiosity. Now they're targeting to reach Mount Sharp region. Okay, if you study the Gale crater, you can see now it's traversing towards Mount Sharp. Okay, and every the robot is taking images
Hmm.
and different data like mineral data, chemical data, and everything, isotope data. Okay, and but there is no, there is no U-turn
Okay. Ah,
process. Okay?
right.
Suppose I have seen many outcrops. Okay, which is very important later means which is very important, and but there is no scope to return the rover back and to do the
Mm-hmm.
study this region again.
Okay.
Okay, for
Uh-huh.
detailed understanding. It's a kind of one-way
One
thing.
way.
So one-way thing. So there should be some no scope at least.
Huh.
Uh, if it is possible, then I should take that rover visit to back that
Correct.
area and do more research on the
Uh-huh.
particular rock, which I found very interesting. And then again, so that kind of thing should be there because in geologist also we follow that kind of techniques.
Okay.
Because if I found something very interesting from first traverse, okay, we look at that area, we
Mm-hmm.
did a first hand understanding, like taking samples and logs and everything. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
initial the first day, then next day we visit uh, the same area with different
Okay.
objectives. Okay,
Right.
third time maybe some other objective. So we observe the same outcrop, same place, mm, in different with different objectives. So
Mm-hmm.
that thing is missing in this uh, study in these
Okay.
things.
Yeah,
So
that's a
this,
very nice aspect to look into.
yes, sometimes this is required.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next question. What does your family think you actually do all the day?
My wife is a geologist, so we always discuss about. Means in the
Ah.
dinner time, we must discuss about the rocks and all the minerals. So she is a like a GSI geologist. So her way of thinking is completely different compared to me. And we have a good understanding and also good conflict sometimes.
Okay. That's
and
that's really important to, discover something new.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel she called me sometime. Okay, I am getting some problem in the field, so you come and check the outcrop, so that whatever I am seeing it is good or right or not. So
Yes.
sometimes I help her, and she also help me.
Wow.
So, but
That's
we have a clear strategy that we should not no, overlap. Like I'm not interfering in
uh-huh.
her, she is not also interfering in my research. So that thing we uh, did. And my son also he loved geology and
Mhm.
no, uh, the field work also. Uh, he like fossils, collecting fossils and rocks.
Okay.
Okay.
That's great. And if you could describe in one word how Indian space science right now.
Space science and space engineering is different.
Uh,
Talking about space science, a lot of things has to do. Okay, I mean, it means we are now 50, 60 years behind from US. US, if we consider US and other, like for say, even China, even Japan, they are more advanced.
uh-huh.
So at least 30 years
Mm-hmm.
we are lagging. 30, 40 years we are lagging. If you see that, if you consider the science part, because
Okay.
science means uh, that the instrument that we are sending every one alternate year for science purpose. For example, this your mm, you know uh, Chandrayaan mission or Chandrayaan 1 mission in maybe in MOM mission, the Mars orbiter mission. Then this your Chandrayaan 2, 3, and then Aditya L1 missions. Then before that, there's another physics mission. Okay, telescope. See the publications out of it. They are very limited, very less, and uh, very less compared with even in made in India. I'm talking about the made in India payloads. I'm not talking about the made in US payload or made in Japan payload. They are good. Like So first Chandrayaan 1 mission, if you consider, in Chandrayaan 1 mission, only one instrument that is provided by Brown University is MQ, Moon Mineralogy Mapper, and most of the paper that we have from the Chandrayaan 1 mission is from that MCube data.
Okay.
Okay, MCube instrument, which basically developed by US,
Mm-hmm.
okay, not by us, our indigenous thing. Oh, our own instruments are not that much, you know, we are not mm, uh, we have to develop our own engineers first
Mm-hmm.
to get better
Yeah.
science out of
Yes.
it. So always whenever talking about science and science, scientists have all the rights to blame engineer. Where is the things? Okay,
Hmm.
you're not providing good sensors. You're not able to develop this kind of instrument for doing good science. Then how you expect good science out of it? So
Right.
we have to develop, and we have to develop this thing at our home, means India,
Mm-hmm.
not just purchasing from different countries and assemble and send. No, because the motto, the goal of space mission or space exploration is not just to show the world that we lifted off on some rocket and we reach the orbit of Mars or we landed on Moon. This is not the main objective. Main objective is to strengthen our own scientific or engineering capability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, whether we are capable or not, that is the thing. Okay,
Right.
so in all sense, because this actually help to develop new uh, instrument or new uh, devices. Okay, just suppose all this memory foam that we are using right now in car and all these things that actually developed during the Apollo 11
Right.
period
Yes.
to for G-force. So these are the G-force. So that these are all in space invention.
Mm-hmm.
So what we invented during these space missions, last 10, 15 years, 20 years, have we invented anything? If we, this is the things, okay.
Right.
Suppose that instrument, that camera, that perseverance and curiosity, the instrument that rover is using right now, soon you can see there's that same kind of instrument we're going to use for our own earth-based study.
Yes.
Hmm? Handheld instruments, okay, robotic one. So
Mm-hmm.
from lab to market.
Yes.
Yeah. So ISRO and all our planetary science thing has to be focused on that direction. We are investing thousands of crores every time, but see, if you see the science thing or engineering thing, it's not that much. No,
Mm-hmm.
not that. I'm very uh, optimistic or optimistic in this sense, but at least government is sponsoring all these things. However, we have this kind of economy and
Okay.
problem. Okay, a third world country, but still we are exporting all these things. This is very good and commendable job. But simultaneously, as a scientist, our expectation is different. We want our nation at number one point. Okay, position.
Definitely.
We want that. We want that. Every Indian school student, every Indian young students, they want that whenever we are going to present our paper in international forum and platform. Okay, that time now एक feel एक proud feel होता है ना, we are from
Yes.
India
Yeah.
and this is our own thing.
Yeah.
वो होना चाहिए, वो दिखना चाहिए.
बिल्कुल.
वो कब दिखेगा जब जब पूरा ना एकदम जीरो से लेकर एकदम आउटकम तक, जब पूरा टोटल जो काम होता है ना, एकदम मैन्युफैक्चर डेवलपमेंट डिजाइन इंस्ट्रूमेंट डिजाइन टू अप टू साइंस एंड साइंस पब्लिकेशंस,
Hmm.
फाइंडिंग न्यू थिंग, टोटल जो जीरो से लेकर एकदम आउटकम तक, ये इंडिजन इंडिया मेड इन इंडिया होगा ना, तब वो आता है, यस वी डिड समथिंग फॉर द ह्यूमैनिटी. दैट
Definitely.
इज दैट इज रिक्वायर्ड.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I do agree with you. We come to the last question. Last thing you have Googled about space. What's the last thing you Googled about space?
Hmm. Last thing I Google about space is she space.
Oh, thank I love this answer.
Uh,
Okay. I
because
think
no, it's a good initiative actually, and I am studying. I was just reading about your things, your planning, and how you are seeing all these things. Okay, which is very nice, and
thank you.
it's a good initiative, and all the best for your this. And she and also he also
Yes, yes.
not only she.
That's what our initiative is. That's why even when you see our logo, you can find capital S and H.
Mm,
We do believe in inclusion, but
mm,
personally, we do want to encourage the underrepresented
mm.
criteria for now in the space industry. And with that, with the end of our episode, if every student, every parent, or say every young professional listening right now could only remember one thing from this entire conversation, what do you want that one thing to be?
One thing means that I must say is bring just allow your kid to learn all these things because and also mentoring is very important. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, this YouTube and smartphone and all these things, this will just create a junk. Okay, so better to all parents and all students, you if you are interested to know to work on this domain in this domain, at least you have to learn all this thing very methodically.
Right.
Okay, methodical learning is important. Otherwise, no, you'll be lost after 6 months or 5 months. Okay, this knowledge because now we are living in an era of wealth of information. You just uh, click in Google or any chat GTP or whatever AI, you'll get all this information.
Yes.
So there's books have no really relevance nowadays. Books and
Mhm.
all these things doesn't matter. But matter is uh, that I already told what is required and what is not required for you.
Yes.
And AI will not going to help you in this regard. A human only can help you.
Right.
No,
Yeah. With this, that curiosity is enough, like to begin with, and you do not need to have like initially all the answers. You do not need the perfect background. You do not need like the permissions from anyone. You just
no.
need the question that you cannot like stop thinking about it and have that courage to follow it when you want to pursue this kind of the domain expertise, that quality of expertise in the field. This is where, the great scientific journey begins. So yeah, thank you,
Very good,
Dr.
very
Das.
important. Thank
Thank you
you.
for showing up with so much honesty and depth today. Conversation like this remind us that space industry or the geological industry is not just built by technology or like the title. It is built in the field, probably in the Kutch. It is built in the geological lab. It is built wherever someone looks at the ground beneath their feet and ask what probably the story is telling them. And with that, I love most of this conversation. And it really proves one more thing, that there is no single way to belong in space industry. Everyone do have their own position, and everyone will they can find their position in this industry. If this conversation meant something to you, to our listener, I would really like to share it and send it to one person who really need to hear this today. A friend, probably a friend who is doubting their path, or a student who does not know where to start, a parent who need to understand why their child's curiosity, it's not just like a phase, but it is really a direction. And if you really want to go further, if you want mentorship and real guidance, real communication, real connection inside the industry, I think Dr. Das is there and Iris is there to, you can reach out to them. And I'll attach all the link in the description. You can find us, and you can definitely find She in Space and book your mentorship sessions if you need to the guidance in space industry. And I would really like to request that you can follow Dr. Das and Iris India, the network. I'll paste all the link and share this to someone, and you can read his work and apply for the next field expedition by taking the further steps. So this is what Space Shastra is all about. And until next time, keep asking questions and keep following curiosity, and always remember there is space for you here. And thank you so much, sir, for having this conversation. I really enjoyed it, and I'm really, yeah. With